Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over some more details on the Dynamax, and we do have power spots showing up, and it's very interesting as to where some of these things are actually appearing. Quite literally, there's one right down the street from my house, unfortunately not within my radius or anything, but it's in somebody's house. And we'll get into the explanations and stuff as to why that could be here in a bit. But we're going to go over a lot of details here, as well as somebody was able to catch a shiny Wooloo through the Dynamax encounters through the special task that we do have. Unbelievable. So you potentially have a chance to get that as well. So I'm going to personally go through and go to different power spots, collect energy. We're going to read off of Leak Duck here and just discuss this. But first, let's go ahead and get into the details from Leak Duck here. Always putting out amazing information. All right, so let's go over this. Power spots will be appearing in your area September 4th at 12 p.m. local time. However, the max battles will not be starting until September 10th. Okay, so the power spots are here. We're going to be able to collect these particles, but we're not going to actually be able to do any sort of Dynamax battling until the 10th. All right, and when you see people encountering them, that's through the special tasks. It's not like they're going in here, okay? So for now, begin a special research and you go ahead and gather those particles. You can gather max particles in two ways. Visit the power spot to get 120 MP or walk 2 kilometers, and we're going to look at that here in a minute. Note that these values may change from a certain amounts in the future because this is just kind of rolling out here and they may just change it. Keep that in mind. You can only get up to 800 MP total per day. So there is a method that you can get more. So it's kind of like overriding how many remote raid passes that you can have. Typically you can only have 3, but if you buy 2 and then buy 3, then you can have 5. So check this out. I didn't know this here, so I screwed up my first day, but that's all right. A simple trick to max out the MP to 120. So essentially you're going to gather 120 MP by visiting 6 power spots and then walking 6 kilometers for the 300 MP. You can only claim the 300 MP after you've gathered the 720 MP. You'll then end up with 120 MP. So just a little bit of a trick there. You'll get it down, muscle memory. You'll be doing it like a pro every single day, all right? It's just like the remote raid thing, right? I think this one's a little bit more valuable as you're limited on how many you can actually get per day. It's remote raid pass, you can only do 5, but you can buy essentially as many as you want if you don't have any. All right, trainers can encounter a Dynamax Wooloo in their first day. All right, so the first simple encounter from the special research test, and I personally have encountered mine, and we're going to look at that here in a second. So there is an additional encounter for special research, and you will be able to collect MP2. So you're going to get 2 Dynamax Pokemon through this research here to kind of get the ball rolling for you, because you can only use Dynamax Pokemon to battle other Dynamax Pokemon when they start appearing on the 10th of this month. So what can you do with your max Dynamax particles for now? Because you can't, use them on going up against them in the raids or whatever those power spots are. You can actually spin them on the Wooloo and swallow it. So you can just use it to power up their moves. We're going to look at that here in a second. So max strike, max spirit, and max guard. It's essentially like a leveling up system where you build up a character in different attributes to kind of like, make them stronger in defense or HP or attack. I like that aspect of it. I do. It's pretty nice. The only problem is the 800 limit on the particles. Seems a little whack. All right, so max strike is unlocked by default, and then so you'll be able to just kind of continuously unlock those as you do, and it progressively gets more expensive, I'm pretty sure. All right, so here are some questions that people had. You can only collect, here's some answers to questions people had. You can only collect MP from a power spot once per day. The power spots do not replace current gyms or Pokestops. They have their own separate locations. The power spot locations combined unused POVs, so the unused point of interests are the kind of like the reject Pokestops. For some reason, they're just allowing them now because, they needed more places to place things. So I guess the rejects are now allowed. And I'm going to say some of the spots, they're fine. They're fine. I wish there was one down the street from my failed stops that I submitted. Pokestop. Wait, where are we at? Power stops do not give items like Pokestops or gyms. No, you don't spin the power stops. So when you get in there, you'll just tap on them. We're going to look at that here in a second. On here, we're actually going to look at the task really quick. All right, so first page is going to be collect MP from 3 power spots, explore 5 kilometers, and then collect 500 max particles. So you're going to have to actually go out there and, tap on those new points of interest to collect those. Next one, and then that will be an encounter with Wooloo, okay, which is a Dynamax. So then the next page is going to be collect MP from 10 power spots, collect 1,000 max particles, and then level up 1 max move, and then you're going to get the Swelvet Dynamax. And then for the final page, you're going to have to win a max battle, unlock a max move, win 3 max battles, and then catch a max Pokemon. So we're going to have to actually wait until the 10th to complete this here. And then you're going to get the Dynamax band, which is, I do believe, purely cosmetic, okay? So don't worry about any of that. Just like the Mega wristband when we got the Megas, right? Pretty cool. All right, we're going to go ahead and start this video right about now. This is going to be me. This is right down the street from my house. So when I saw that, I was like, what the heck? So how the hell does that happen? Apparently, somebody had registered a business, and the business is registered at the house. So it became a point of interest, something like that. Some people were explaining it to me. So I'll take it though. One right down the street. Hey, I'm not complaining whatsoever. Too bad it wasn't like right next to me. Now this is going to be across the street, and then we're moving down the street. As you can see, tap on the screen to collect those, and you're going to have a limit every day, and you can only collect once per day on each power spot, okay? So I didn't read all the rules when I first went out to do this today, and I was still trying to collect MP after the limit. I was like, what the hell is going on here? And then I realized, oh yeah, I reached the limit, duh. So also note that you have to get 720, I do believe, MP like we went over, and then collect your 3 kilometers, and then you'll be able to have 1,020. So just keep that in mind. If you reach the limit, then you try to collect your kilometers walked for that MP, it'll say you reached your max thing for the day. So just, you know, little small things that'll help you maximize getting as most particles as possible. So this is going to be over at Diamond Center Mall, if you're familiar with this area. This is my grind spot. I remember when there was only 3 Pokestops here, and now it's just completely, look at this, look at this. It's like it's actually a really good grind spot now. And I'm really happy about that because, well, Diamond Center Mall is my home base here. So yeah, you have them on the side. You'll be able to see that. I do have 840, so I've already screwed up being able to collect the kilometers per that day. So hopefully when I collect it then tomorrow, then another one will pop up. Hopefully it will stack up like that. We'll have to see, but you know, you live and you learn. You're here now, you'll learn it from me, so hopefully you can not make those mistakes. So I'm gonna have to say too, look at that in the middle of the street there. It's supposed to be a Goodwill drop-off, and I'm not going to be sitting here ratting out all the spots that shouldn't be here because I still want them to be here, despite if that's like something that's long gone or kind of really doesn't make any sense. But a lot of these points of interest are just not there. Okay, it's just weird, these old points of interest. There's my Dynamax Wooloo, first throw, excellent. Let's go. Remember, you can get a shiny. You can get a shiny one of these, and that is absolutely phenomenal. So let's go ahead and see what my IVs are. That's the next step. Horrible. Oh boy, baby. We're sitting at, what was that, 11, 12, 11? Come on. All right, so you hit the Dynamax, and then when you tap on it, if you have the sound up, it'll make like a very loud cry of what its cry is. It just sounds funny. So we're actually going to power this up here or level it up. So we're going to go ahead and go with the, actually 2 of them. We'll do the attack tomorrow when we get our more MP back. But otherwise, I kind of screwed up this whole thing here. So yeah, can't collect that. Already reached 800 per particles for the day, or 1,000 limit. It's going to go over because we were at 840. So if we were at, again, 720, we'd be able to collect that. So we're going to go ahead and just go and level this up again here. I didn't have enough for the other one, and we'll get enough tomorrow so that we can do the attack. So it'll be at level 1 for each one of those there, or at least powered up once. I'm going to buy a secondary move, and I am going to evolve this here. Don't have to worry, it will stay Gigantamaxed, or at least it's still a Gigantamax Pokemon. Don't transfer it. Don't do that. That's something you don't want to do. How does that work? If you transfer it, then how are you supposed to play? All right, so there we go. And looks pretty cool. I'm not too sure why they went with Wooloo, but I'll take it, I suppose. I was grinding my butt off. I couldn't find a shiny. Nowhere to be seen. All right, so I'm excited here. I'm ready to go for this, to go into the Dynamax battles whenever they are available, and see what we can do with this thing here. I am going to power it up a little bit, not too much. I don't want to waste too much Stardust on this freaking junky IV thing. All right, so We will be getting these more in abundance, I would assume, as time does go on, and you're not going to just be sitting there with your same old one that you were collecting from your task with garbage IVs like mine. So there you have it. I like the locations of the power spots because they're like kind of a little unconventional and more sometimes right next to a Pokestop, and I like that kind of thing. Sure, we'll take it. There's so many more places that I need to go explore and see what's out there. So we'll go do that tomorrow when I'm able to collect more MP. But there you have it, folks. Just wanted to drop that information for you. If you did enjoy this video, if you can give it a thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated. And I'll catch you all next time. Take care.